Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am in my own personal 2019 Ram 1500 with the 5.7 liter HEMI. And in this video I'm going to be giving you my impressions on what it's been like to own over the past year and actually before I trade this in on another car. More to come on that here soon. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the outside. So you have to pardon me, this is a little bit on the dirty side. The car wash was out of order. But this is finished in white. This is a crew cab 4-wheel drive model. I love the look of this truck. Looks really good. It's a Bighorn, so it just has the cloth seats. Absolutely massive. I hope I'm getting it in frame. It's got the LED taillights and headlights as well with LED fog lights. That was a package, like an option to add on to this truck back in the day. It's kind of got like a stormtrooper look to it in the front there. I really love the look of this truck. It's got 20-inch chrome wheels on the front and back there. I did put a spray-in bed liner in. It does have a damped tailgate. 5.5 foot bed. Store a lot of stuff back here. I've hauled a few things. Not as much as I thought, being a truck owner, but I have hauled a few things. I did have an issue with this tailgate. Sometimes it opens, sometimes it doesn't. It's like the latch gets stuck. If you look on the forums, you will see plenty of people talking about that, of it getting stuck and just having to monkey around with it. But that's something I have ran into as well. I did end up putting mud flaps on there from Husky Liner, and I also tinted the front windows to match the back windows so it's a bit more uniform. Since this is the crew cab, you do get a massive back seat here. Absolutely massive. You got about 1.5 foot of leg room there, and these doors open wide enough so you can get in stuff. These even fold up nicely to reveal a very flat load floor, and you can store a bunch of tools and stuff down there. Very nice, very convenient. And underneath these floor mats is a toolbox, and this is on that side as well, so you can store a bunch of stuff under there. It's very convenient and very nice. Keep the door open a bit because it's a little bit dark outside. It's starting to get dark. But back here, very comfortable place to be. These seats are very plush, and I've had a lot of people back here on trips, and they said it's very comfortable. It's nice to stretch out. You got vents on the floor back here and vents here, as well as a couple cup holders, a USB-C and USB-A ports there as well as a 400-volt outlet down there. Yeah, this is just the ultimate driving comfort back here. There's so much room to stretch out and relax back here. It's very nice. Go ahead and take a look at what's under the hood. So under the hood is a 5.7 liter HEMI V8 mated to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. 395 horsepower. It's been pretty reliable to me. I've had this truck for a year now, and I've only put 9,000 miles on it, and it's been pretty reliable for the 9,000 miles. I would certainly hope so. So really no complaints at all. Do get integrated turn signals on the mirrors. Do get power driver and passenger seats on my model. These are cloth, and it is heated. Very supportive, very, 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 very comfortable, and yeah, I've been really happy with that. Power mirrors, power locks, power windows. Coming into the driver's seat here, you do get a nice digital display in the center with 2 analog gauges. You can even put accessory gauges on each side. Let me see if I can increase the brightness of the gauges a bit. There we go. So you can put accessory gauges on each corner. I've customized that screen to what I've wanted. Here in the center here, you do get the Uconnect system. Works really nice. Does have a backup camera with guidance lines that move, and my model has parking sensors in the front and rear. Has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wired. Has a nice, you can even control the backup camera and, when you're driving or if you want to just turn it on, which is nice. It does have a very nice audio system, which we will be testing here shortly. Continuing further down here, you do get your stereo controls and a button to turn off the screen, which is so nice at night, so it's not as distracting. Here's your heated seat controls and a heated steering wheel, your dual zone climate controls, and your tow haul modes and some switches to turn traction control off and stuff. Down here you do get a CD player, I hope you can see that, and USB-C ports and A ports. And then over here you do get your gear selector as well as your four-wheel drive selector, four-wheel drive auto too, which is handy dandy. Down here you get a place to put your phone and a humongous cavernous area to store a bunch of stuff. I fit like two liters of pop down here. It's the most American thing I've ever said, and it fits perfectly and it doesn't move around at all. And yeah, this slides forward and you got 2 cup holders here, another storage compartment with change holder. This lifts up and you can get even more storage that's illuminated down there with the ability to flip this up to kind of separate everything down there. This center console opens here as well. All the stuff kind of just gets thrown around, so don't even bother organizing it on the top here when you do that. And there's like some math and stuff underneath this lid as well that you can use. Interesting stuff I will never use. Pretty cool stuff. Over here you do get another storage compartment that's also illuminated, and down here you do get a nice size glove box full of stuff that I've used. Do get illuminated visor mirrors as well, and a auto dimming rear view mirror with a sunglasses holder, power sliding rear window. Up here you do get home link to open the garage doors as well, which has been very handy. And I think that about covers everything on the interior. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto works really well. This interior has held up pretty good in the 9,000 miles that I've driven it. And yeah, no really complaints here at all. I mean, nothing really rattles, nothing really creaks. The materials in here are very nice. There is some hard plastics on places you're not going to touch, but your touch points are really soft and comfortable. Also, I did forget to mention, you do get power adjustable pedals down here as well. Okay, so I think that about covers it for interior of what it's been like. So let's go ahead and take this for a spin. Shift it into drive. I love that rotary shifter. A lot of people complain about it, about getting knobs mixed up, which I really don't understand how you can get that mixed up with your gear selector, but I really like that. It's very quick, works really well. There's no real big delays on it, and it just works fine. Yes, I would rather have a column shifter, but given that's the replacement, I'll take that over buttons any day. This is the smoothest riding truck out of the bunch today. Before I bought this truck, I test drove all of them, and by far the Ram is the most plush and I guess car-like riding experience. That does come at a sacrifice though. You don't get as much payload capacity and towing capacity. Not that I did any of that with this truck when I've owned it, but that's something to be aware of if you buy a Ram. Now, as we drive along here, this does have cylinder deactivation. MDS is what it's called. I'm not too fond of it, and the only way to turn it off is either get a tune or use the gear limit switch down here on the steering wheel and just manually put it in 8th gear. It'll operate like a normal transmission, but it will just keep, and go to 8th gear, but it'll just keep MDS off. I find it to be annoying. It just makes the engine vibrate unnecessarily and sounds like complete garbage, so I tend to keep it off. It really doesn't save that much in fuel either. Actually, it doesn't save any at all, to be honest with you. I've done several tests with MDS on and off, and there's no difference in fuel economy. And speaking of fuel economy, that's the main reason I'm getting rid of this truck is, I knew it going into it. I really did. But it is just awful. Right now I'm getting 17.4, which is actually pretty good. But I've been doing a lot of highway driving, and normally I get like 15. And I just found out after about 6 months of ownership that I needed to put 89 or above in this truck. It does not like to take 87. All right, it's an entrance ramp to the freeway. Tires are starting to bark a bit. Whoa. Rear end came out a little bit there. Plenty of power. 8-speed gets up to speed really well. This does not have blind spot monitoring, but it does have blind spot mirrors, which come in handy. I don't care that it doesn't have blind spot monitoring, because blind spot mirrors are better in every single way. Actually, my driver's mirror is auto dimming as well as defrosting as well, which is really nice. So you have bright headlights coming at the road at you, you're not getting blinded out your mirror. But anyways, to go back to the fuel aspect of it, I did the math. I'm thinking I'm going to buy a new Honda Civic and trade this in on a new Honda Civic, because when I did the math, I'm going to be saving like $1,500 to $2,000 a year on fuel. And, not that I can't afford it, but it's just dumb to spend that much money in fuel. And I don't really enjoy driving this, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's just too big to take around, and it's just too big to maneuver, park in parking spots, and everybody gets annoyed at you because you're a big truck. Yeah. Tell you what, that Hemi does not get old. That is one thing I will miss. V8s. Man, you just cannot beat the sound of a V8. That is one thing for sure. This does have just regular cruise control. You just hit this button and hit set, and the cruise control works as it normally should. Go ahead and do a quick stereo test. That is another thing I hate about this infotainment. It is a little bit far to reach, and every time you hit a bump, you just end up hitting the wrong menu, which is really annoying. So the stereo is actually pretty good. It's not the best out there, but that bass certainly packs a lot of punch, and it sounds decent enough for the truck. Everybody that's been in here has given me really good feedback on it. I have no complaints about this powertrain at all. This 8-speed has been phenomenal over the past year, and this Hemi's been phenomenal over the past year. I've never wanted or needed more power, and it's just been a super smooth powertrain. Now, this is the loudest road in the area, and this interior is actually pretty quiet. That's one thing I've really enjoyed this year about this truck, is that on highways and roads, it's pretty quiet and enjoyable to be a passenger in. That is one thing about this truck, you know, with any truck in general. You don't have any weight in the bed, so you will just constantly just spin the rear tires. It's kind of annoying because if you need to pull out in front of somebody and go, or try to cross an intersection real quick, you really can't, because it's just going to spin the rear tires. You really got to be mindful of that. Now, I've really enjoyed just about everything on this truck, but like I said, the real reason I'm really getting rid of it is I have no use for a truck. I even hardly use this for truck purposes at all. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't even know why I even bought this. I didn't even have a need for one, but you know, you live and learn, you make mistakes, and you know, you grow and learn from them. So that's why I'm going to be getting a car. You know, the fuel mileage sucks. I wasted so much money in fuel. I knew that going into it, but I mean, as far as long term, it just doesn't make sense for me to own a truck, unfortunately. Let's do a quick 0 to 60. Leave traction control on and floor it. Pretty quick. I love that Hemi. I love the Hemi so much. Now, the only issues I've had with it is the exhaust kind of fell apart. There's an exhaust clamp right above the passenger, the rear passenger, and that kind of, I guess, worked itself loose and fell off, and the truck got kind of loud. Like, not like good loud either. Like, it was exhaust leak awful loud, and you know, I had that fixed. That was a warranty fix, so that's the only thing that I've had with this truck. I know a lot of people have had the rear window leak out of the back. I haven't had that issue, but this is mainly garage kept, and I haven't ran into that at all. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my 1-year review on the 2019 Ram 1500. This has been a great truck, reliable truck, at least for 9,000 miles. I would certainly hope it would. And yeah, it's just been an overall pleasure to drive. Follow me on Instagram at Paul's Place YT for some additional content and some behind the scenes. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll go ahead and see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.